I found it.
Great.
I think. Maybe. Yeah, I found it there. Look at that.
Awesome.
Perfect.
We ready?
I'm ready whenever you are. That's my face. Why is that my face? Oh yeah, I'm not going to see myself on camera for most of it because I'm going to be in the other tab, so that's probably.
Oh my gosh. Oh
That's
yeah.
funny.
I was literally about to start doing an intro and then just be like, okay, wait, I have to stop this. No,
Well,
how have
that's-
you not noticed that I have you as my background?
Because I've been in the other tab. This is absolutely going to be the intro to start of this episode.
Yeah, this is
like
the
our
intro.
first episode in forever with all three of us, and that's going to be the start of it.
That's it.
Cue
That's my face.
Cue the intro.
Welcome to 21st Century Cinema. It's the podcast about film and the film industry, and it's our first show of 2022. We're in season 4, guys. It's so exciting, and we're all here today, which is oh my fucking what the fuck? Are you okay?
Yeah, my spin just didn't work.
For those listening and not watching the video version, Noah just tried to spin on camera, and he knocked his entire computer to the side and hit his desk, and
it just rotated slightly. None of just dramatizing, but no, it
was very sudden.
It was like sudden. It just moved like 15 degrees to the right.
Well. Anyways, since
this is going great.
Yeah, we're off to a great start here. Noah's here, guys. Noah Shepherd is here.
I certainly am.
And you're making it known.
Absolutely. Honestly, I don't. I think I do that a fair enough job of that already.
Also joining us today is Ava Cavello, one of the OG co-hosts, here to take her place once again as the probably sensible person when we speak about the Oscar nominations. Yes.
I don't think I've ever been correct about any of my predictions and all four.
But your
I think I've been wrong for every single category, every single Oscar.
But your takes and your attitude is a lot more sensible than mine usually. And this is Noah's first time doing Oscar nominations on the show.
That's right.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah, the only other time I did it in an audio format was with Shared in Stars.
Yeah, when we did Shared in Stars, our side project. So yeah, so Noah, you're welcome. We kept though to the same formula, so it's going to be pretty much the same right there. So you've had a little bit of experience. This is your first 21st Century Cinema one. We open every season with Oscar nominations, except for last year because it was a pandemic and they didn't happen, and the pandemic's still going, and the world looks bleaker every day.
It sure does.
Anyways, guys, the Oscar nominations are out. First thing we want to talk about, though, is they've announced there's going to be a host this year.
Thank God.
If it is not Tim Robinson, I'm not watching.
It's not going to be Tim Robinson.
It has to be Tim
Robinson.
Robinson.
It's not going to be.
Can you imagine how great that would be?
You know what? Let's bet on this right now. If it is Tim Robinson, you can commandeer an entire episode. I will do whatever you want. I will watch whatever you want. I will even wear whatever you want. If Tim Robinson hosts the Oscars this year.
Absolutely.
And if he doesn't, if he does not, I don't know. I'm gonna make an episode, make you have to do an episode that you're gonna despise.
Sure, sounds good. I know he's not. Don't get me wrong. I know he's not, but my heart is so far in Tim Robinson's course. Probably gonna be like Kimmel again or something.
No, I don't think it's gonna be Kimmel.
It shouldn't be.
No. I did read though that there was a rumor that they were trying to get Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and Maya Rudolph to do it as a trio, and I watched the fuck out of that.
Yeah, they do a good job with the Globes.
Mm-hmm. Ricky Gervais said that he would do it if the Academy would let him tell whatever joke he wanted, and so Ricky Gervais is not doing it.
Well, yeah, because then it would just descend into transphobia, and nobody wants to watch that.
Anywho, The Oscar nominations, as always, we don't cover every single category because we did that our first year and it took 2 hours. You laugh, but like it did. We did almost every single one. It was painful.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it.
Yeah. Fuck you.
That was before I was on the podcast.
I said it was painful, and you said I know. I listened to it. So fuck you.
What? I don't care. Who wants to listen to Joe talk about sound editing? Nobody. I enjoy sound editing.
Guys, I saw Death on the Nile last night. That movie did not have a sound editor. I'm convinced. Okay, it's so bad.
All right,
bad.
Back to what we're doing.
Fuck, it's so good to be back, guys. So
I know. I'm so hyped for this.
I know. Okay, so we're going to actually start it off with talking about best songs and best score. So the one I have up in front of me is best score. So we're going to do best original score to start off. So the nominees are Nicholas Brittle for Don't Look Up, Hans Zimmer for Dune, Jermaine Franco for Encanto, Alberto Iglesias for Parallel Mothers, and Johnny Greenwood for The Power of the Dog.
Now, just so I'm correct, this is best score, right? So
best score, yes. So we're going to do
things like Encanto, the songs actually in the movie as a musical do not count.
Correct. It is the background music and the orchestra music that plays throughout the movie and in the more intense and somber moments. So we're going to do our thoughts on these nominations. We're going to do our predictions on who we want to win and who we think is going to win, and we can talk about snubs as well.
Yes.
So Noah, you want to start us off because you are a musical guy.
I am, but best original score. Listen, Encanto has become a cultural movement at this point.
It has. Spotify recommends the album to me every morning when I open it up to play a podcast.
I'm totally fine with. I really enjoyed Encanto. I had a couple issues with it, but not really anything major. I just think the ending's a little bit of a cop-out, but I do think it was a very good movie, and it clearly means a lot to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But I gotta be honest, like, it is probably more so like musical syndrome, where it is a musical. You don't think of the score that much because you're more focused on is the other songs. Mm-hmm. But Encanto, for any category it's nominated, could win just because it is such this big cultural movement. Now, obviously, the Academy doesn't necessarily take that into account, but I've seen 2 others on this list, being Power of the Dog, which I watched a couple days ago, and Dune, of course. And you know what? And Power of the Dog was really good.
It was.
But really subtle.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it sticks out enough to win. Not like Dune, because like Dune, it's the whole presentation, right? The music's such a part of it. And the other 2 I can't comment on. I have no clue. I don't even I didn't watch Don't Look Up, and
you can skip it. Don't bother. Do not.
Yeah. I've heard it's just neoliberalism, the movie. It's just an entire movie where it's Orange Man bad, not the system is broken and we should fix it. So anyway, and Parallel Mothers I have never even heard of. So
yeah, me neither. I was really hoping one of you guys had the answer there to that one.
Yep. My pick is going to be to win. I'm going to go with Power of the Dog.
Do you think someone else should win, though, over Power of the Dog?
Honestly, Power of the Dog was really well done. Like, definitely, that movie is very, like, it's very much, it's a take your time pace. It's not in your face, even like Dune. You know what I mean? So I think the score really complements that movie well, but nothing beats a big sci-fi epic score. So I would like to see Dune win it, but if Power of the Dog wins it, I'm fine with. And
I think Dune is gonna win it, though. Like, it is this very big thing. It is so beloved already. It's an amazing movie. It is the only movie this year I gave it a 10 out of 10 to. It's fucking flawless. I love it. And everything about it is great. And there's so much care into everything, including the score. Like, that score is so powerful, and it goes with every moment. And like those silent moments, especially when they're trekking through the desert where it's just music, is still so powerful and so captivating because of that score. So I think Dune has a solid chance, and I think it is going to win.
Yeah. Well, nothing beats a sci-fi score, right?
Mm-hmm. And Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did you guys know Hans Zimmer only has one Oscar?
Yes.
And it's for The Lion King.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't even nominated for The Dark Knight. And that makes me mad.
Joe, Parts of the Caribbean, man.
That one's okay. The Dark Knight is such a great score.
With Parts of the Caribbean, you can hum the music on the street and someone will recognize it.
That's because you live in Newfoundland where there are literal pirates.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I thought he won for Interstellar, but he didn't.
No, he didn't.
What?
I thought he did.
He only won for The Lion King. That's his only Oscar.
That one is that is
incredible.
Possibly the single best movie score, not even of that year, just ever.
And the sound mixing and editing for that movie is fantastic as well.
Oh, it is.
Bro, he did Kung Fu Panda. You're telling me he didn't win for Kung Fu Panda?
Don't sleep on Kung Fu Panda. All three of those movies are good.
He has only won in 1994 for The Lion King for Best Original Score. He won for Inception at the WAFCs. He won for Interstellar at the DFWCAs. But that's... he also won Interstellar at the Saturn Awards. And that's it. He didn't even win Interstellar at the Globes.
Huh.
Oh my god. What else came out that year?
I'm looking it up right now. 2014.
Which Oscar did Disney buy?
It was Gravity that won Best Score.
Bullshit.
Oh.
Gravity is a terrible movie.
It was Gravity.
Ava, what do you think about this? What do you think about Best Score?
About what? The Gravity score or the Oscar scores?
Oh, the Oscar scores.
Huh? Okay.
The Gravity.
Scores?
This episode is now about the Gravity score.
I pretty much agree with what you guys were saying, that like I can definitely see Power of the Dog or Dune winning. I don't know Parallel Mothers or the score, but I assume it's got to be pretty damn good to get them nominated when they're not really involved in anything else. So that one could be like just amazing, and I just don't know. I think Dune will win. I want Dune to win, but I think there's a chance Power of the Dog would win, because in both those movies, like the score, like you said, like it makes it entertaining, the parts that would otherwise be boring. Both of them could be slow movies at times, but aren't, due to the things like the score. So I want Dune to win. I think Dune will win. Runner-up, Power of the Dog. That's it.
You realize that now that Ava said that she wants Dune to win.
Dune is not going to win.
Yeah, it's not going to win. Thanks.
Damn it!
You just ruined Dune's chances. Fuck's sakes.
You know what? Actually, they listen to our podcast every single year just to.
Yeah, the Academy is just like, how can we screw over 21st century cinema this year?
Yeah.
They already only have one patron.
Wait, what? Who stopped? I'm still paying.
No, I meant outside of you. Yeah, it's still just you and my mom. It's still.
Oh.
Come on, guys, please don't. We don't even want it for the money.
It's just so it's like a little less pathetic to be like the host and the other host's mom.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Our Patreon money, though, that we are earning slowly is going, though, towards a very big thing that's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months, which is very exciting. I'm going to tease that right now.
Nice.
Yes. Next up is Best Original Song. The nominees are Be Alive, music and lyrics by Dixon and Beyonce Knowles Carter in King Richard. Dos Oruguitas, I can't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. Music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda for Encanto. Down to Joy, music and lyrics by Van Morrison for Belfast. No Time to Die, music and lyrics by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell for James Bond, No Time to Die. And Somehow You Do, music and lyrics by Diane Warren for The 4 Good Days.
I guarantee Disney regrets not submitting We Don't Talk About Bruno. because I think that would have had a
Absolutely.
way better chance of winning.
Disney should regret not submitting every other song on the soundtrack besides this one, because I'm sorry, it is definitely one of the weaker ones. Both of the songs by the sisters are better, the opening song is better, and Bruno is better.
Bruno probably would have won. Like,
Probably.
it's just taken everyone by, like...
I can't believe it
Bruno
wasn't...
is becoming Let It Go right now from what Let It Go was a few years ago, and Let It
Well,
Go
it's already
won the
passed it.
Oscar.
Bruno's number one on the Billboard charts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is the top, it is the biggest song in the United States right now. Let It Go only ever peaked at 3.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's what I wonder, though. I wonder if Disney did submit it and the Academy just didn't nominate it. Because,
maybe.
Don't forget...
I think you're only allowed to submit one song from each movie.
Are you?
I think so. I'm pretty sure you're only allowed to submit
No,
one.
movies have had multiple nominees, because La La Land was nominated for 2 different songs.
To be fair, the Academy don't always read the public well.
Yeah, that is very true. Because, don't forget, like, they submit, everything that gets submitted gets then, like, shortlisted, and then the Academy votes on all of it. And only the top, like, for whatever category, end up on the nominations.
Mm-hmm.
And then they vote again for the winner.
Well, Ava, what's your pick? Who you think's winning and who you want to win?
I would like Down to Joy to win from Belfast, but I'm pretty sure Billie Eilish is going to win because she's Billie Eilish, and people go.
I think she's overrated.
I do too, but like after she literally robbed the Grammys, I can't see her not winning another, like, you know what I mean? Like,
is Billie Eilish gonna get an EGOT for never fucking acting in her life?
It's funny because she doesn't even rate her own music, really.
Yeah, like fucking hell.
But I honestly think she's going to win, but I'm not happy about it.
I could see her winning too. I don't even think that's a good song.
That's the thing,
it's
right?
Like one of her.
The song is like it works. Like it does what it's supposed to do. And
the Bond themes almost always are a threat to win, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like they always. I don't know what their record is, but it feels like they always win. I think Skyfall won when it was there. There's definitely like like the Bond themes are always, at least the good ones. They're always a chance to win. So that's my pick for I think is winning it. For what I want to win, I think the only one I've really listened to is the one from Encanto. I think, I
don't want any of them to win. I want fucking Steve Harvey to go up there and announce a completely different song, you know? I really wish a song from Tick Tick Boom was nominated.
Yes.
But I don't think those can be nominated because they were technically written for the one-man show. So they can't be, which really sucks because not gonna lie, they're better. They would have won.
Yeah, they would have won.
Which
because
honestly,
Jonathan Larson is a genius.
Yeah. I'm honestly also though kind of surprised though that Lynn didn't write an original song for that movie just to get an Oscar nom.
Yeah.
Kind of a little shocked.
Artistic integrity. So that's
true. That's true. All right, let's move on out of the music and let's talk about screenplay. Best original screenplay. The nominees are Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, Adam McKay and David Sirota for Don't Look Up, Zach Balan for King Richard, Eskelvot and Joachim Trier for The Worst Person in the World, and Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. Wait, sorry. I've already bitched about Licorice Pizza on this show, and Ava was with me.
Wait.
Ava was with me.
I'm gonna be honest. I really like Licorice Pizza. I just thought about it.
No,
and I'm like,
we talked actually we didn't like it on the way home.
But I think I was thinking about it, and I'm like, actually, I really like it. And then I rewatched it definitely in a proper way, and then I really liked it. I don't know. I think just because we had a really bad experience when we saw the movie. Like it was a whole kerfuffle when we went to see it. Accidentally spend $150 to see a movie, but I liked it. I actually liked it a lot because I think it's more of a character study rather than there is no plot, right? It's just kind of about.
There is no plot,
but it's not about the plot.
It doesn't need
of these movies, none of them have a particularly strong plot. None of them. Right? They're all trying to say something else. You know, so you can't be mad at Licorice Pizza for doing what everyone else also did.
To be fair,
And you
I'm
have to be mad at
everything
all of
else.
them.
I will say, pedophilia, bold choice.
Yeah,
I don't think that was the point, though. I don't think that's what it was meant to
justifies
be.
the relationship in the end. It justifies
They're not.
the relationship.
I don't think they're in a relationship. I think that
They
was just for
are.
closure. No, they're not. I think you misread the movie entirely. Like
I
that
haven't
was
seen
the
it. I will
choice
say
there,
that.
but they're
You
not
have
in
or
a.
haven't.
Haven't.
I think it's been misconstrued by people missing the whole point. They're not in a relationship. She doesn't have any feelings for him in that way. It's just meant to be like a. Anyways, I'm not gonna argue with you the meaning of this movie.
Because there is no meaning. There's no fucking.
Well,
stuff
what's the meaning of
behind
the
this
rest of them
movie.
then? The rest of them don't have the entire
King
plot of
Richard
Belfast
is based on
is
a
just,
true story.
but it's not like so story driven. You know? None
Yes,
of
it
them are.
is though. It's based upon a true story. It's telling a story. That is,
They're
it's telling
all
a story about
telling a
person,
story.
but it's telling a story
Man.
though about a person's life. That is literally like a driving story.
Well, let
literally
me-
in Licorice Pizza, the same
telling a story
exact
about the
things repeat
relationship.
every 20 minutes over and over. That's not a
Okay,
story driven.
Wait, let me tell you, you're gonna be angry when it wins because I'm almost certain it's gonna win. Like
It's
maybe
gonna
this is
win a
jinxing
bunch
it.
of shit, and I'm gonna be angry.
It's gonna win Best Original Screenplay, and it definitely deserves this one. But I still think Belfast should win because I just liked it more. But I think Licorice Pizza will win this one, and it deserves it. I'm like
doesn't.
pretty certain it's going to win, and I
Licorice
think
Pizza deserves shit.
you just need something that's like fast and entertaining, not something that's more like satisfying. And I think that's your thing. That's why you like MCU and stuff. You know, you like
false right
you
now.
like theme park movies.
I'm gonna quit my own fucking podcast in a second.
Noah,
Noah, stop
I
hiding
really
in your
liked it.
shirt.
Mom and Dad are arguing, and I'm not okay with it.
Noah, you haven't seen it.
No,
I think you would actually like it.
probably. I do
Oh,
enjoy
it's
boring
so
movies.
fucking hippie. Noah
It's
would.
wait. Do you like
thrive
Paul
with it.
Thomas Anderson though? Because all of his movies are like that. It's
I
not my
haven't
favorite
watched-
of his, but
I haven't watched a lot of PTA, but I very much enjoy
Fucking
boring
called him
movies.
PTA.
yeah,
It's just PTA.
PTA. That's
That's
what
actually
everyone
a
calls
thing.
him.
People do that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Paul Thomas
I
Anderson.
thought that was just Noah being like,
No,
in, like the PTA.
No.
That's what people say.
No.
Parent Teacher
Yeah.
Association.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I love their work. No, I very much enjoy boring movies. I just did
Yeah.
a video essay for class about how much I enjoy boring movies because Noah Baumbach is one of my favorite directors. So I love boring movies and mumblecore and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna watch Boyhood sometime soon. So
Oh fuck! I know.
there you go.
Luck.
So, Joe, I'm gonna love it. You're forgetting I'm gonna love it.
Noah, I made it through I think 45 minutes of that movie, and I couldn't do it.
I
It was-
already know.
oh.
Joe, I've already made up my mind. I'm going to love it.
Wait, who did you say you even want to win for this? I don't remember. Did I cut you
I think
off
he said
before
he
you get
hates
there?
them all. I
I
think
hate
he
them
said he
all.
hates them
Have
all.
you seen
Yeah.
How do you hate Belfast?
I haven't seen Belfast. Okay, I've already said that openly. I have not seen
Okay,
Belfast.
if you say anything bad about Belfast, you're like openly insulting my ancestors.
I have not seen any of these.
Of course you haven't. Of course. Why would you be on a podcast about movies and be prepared to talk about current movies? Why?
Joe!
Why would you? Why?
I'm busy. All right?
So am I, Noah, but I
it's
make time to go to
just-
the theater every week.
It's just that I haven't seen these movies.
What have
You know
you
what?
seen?
Outside of June.
Sorry. The one that should win is The Worst Person in the World, by the way. That should win based entirely on Jamie Robano's recommendations. That should win. I really hope Don't Look Up wins. I really hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's about all I can offer.
If I'm being honest, I don't understand how Don't Look Up got nominated for anything, but a movie like The Last Duel, I don't understand how that wasn't nominated for anything, but Don't Look Up was nominated.
I
all
really
over the
wanted
board.
to see that, and
It was so good. It was amazing.
We got put in lockdown right as that was
Oh.
coming down, like all the theaters
Yeah.
and stuff. So I never got a chance, and I'm really looking forward to going and seeing that. I'll probably watch it.
It
Isn't
was-
that out on streaming yet?
I have no idea. I saw it in theaters right before
Mhm.
lockdown.
I gotta check it out.
But like,
yeah, I really want to. I also love Adam Driver, right? So
yeah, it was amazing. Like everything about it was so good. I'm actually baffled. I don't know if there's something that I missed that is actually like a terrible movie and I'm stupid, but it's like I enjoyed it so much. It was probably my favorite film of the year.
All right. Let's move on to adapted screenplay.
I will say it's with adapted screenplay. I'll cut in first here. It's just so fucking stupid that Tick Tick Boom's not nominated.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
That
Yeah.
legitimately, I don't understand why it's not considered one of the best movies of the year.
It was in my book. I really fucking
awesome.
enjoyed it. It was so good.
I have a confession to make.
You didn't watch it or you didn't like it?
Haven't seen it?
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't finish it. I kind of liked it, but I
Oh.
wasn't into it. I was like, oh,
It's a
and
little
I stopped
long.
watching. And because it was just like on streaming, not in the theater. No, I got like maybe 20 minutes in. It wasn't because it was long.
Okay.
I was just like, okay. And then like I closed the tab and never went back, and I've never had the urge to go back. I like the
That's fair.
songs I heard, but I'm like, okay. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
And I didn't like
that's-
Andrew Garfield in it. That's
Okay,
my
we're gonna
controversial.
We're gonna circle back to that later.
We still have best Oscar, best
Yes,
actor
yes.
nominations.
That's
Yes.
when we'll circle
Okay,
back.
yeah. Okay, screenplay adaptation. Cyan Heater for Coda. Ryusuke. Fuck. How did they say these names?
Ryusuke
Ryusuke
Hamaguchi Takamasa.
Thank you for Drive My Car. John Spates and Denis Villeneuve and Eric Roth for Dune. Meg Gyllenhaal for The Lost Daughter, and Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. I had no idea Maggie Gyllenhaal wrote The Last Daughter. Good for her. I still don't like her as an actress, though.
It probably will win, and I think it should, and it's also what I want to win. Adapted screenplay has to be Dune, right? It is
Dune or The Power of the Dog. I'd be
forever.
fine with either.
Power of the Dog, great movie, once again, but Dune has forever been built up as the unadaptable book.
That is true.
So
It
for
is
that
an
to
accomplishment.
come out and be so freaking good, that has to win Best Adapted Screenplay.
That's a
Even
good
if it doesn't
point.
win Best Picture, has to be Best Adapted Screenplay.
That's really fair. Yeah.
I honestly agree. I think Dune really deserves it, and like it would make sense for Dune to win, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Power of the Dog. I just like. I also
You know what?
wasn't overly crazy about the Power of the Dog, but
Noah's
liked it.
saying, I think the Academy is going to surprise us and actually give a lot of stuff to Dune. I think they're going to like give it the recognition it deserves because everybody loved it. So I think also Noah is right. It's an accomplishment because it is the unadaptable thing, and it was
Yeah.
adapted, and it was adapted so fucking well that it's like one of the movies of the year, and for most people like me, it is the movie of the year. So I'm going with Dune. Dune's going to take it. Best animated feature.
All right, I'm going to get out my fucking brass knuckles for this one. I have
Okay.
I am willing to go to war for this movie.
If you are going to go to war for the Mitchells versus the Machine, we're going to...
And I fucking will, Joe. That movie was incredible. And it's not going to win because Disney
Wait,
bought another Oscar.
What, you're serious? I got
serious?
Joe's.
I was making a joke. Are you
Yeah.
actually for the
Yeah.
Mitchells versus
Joe?
the... Okay,
Yes,
let me
Joe.
get the nominations
Yes,
out first,
Joe.
and then you can go off on this. Okay. The nominees are Encanto, Flea, Luca, Ray and the Last Dragon, and the Mitchells versus the Machine.
They
Noah,
sure are.
go ahead with your hot
The
take.
Mitchells versus the Machines. Once again, now I will admit, I am very much. So I watched Gravity Falls for the first time this year,
yes. For the first time.
and for the first time, yeah, I know,
I've still never seen it.
absolutely loved it. Joe, you would
Amazing.
love it.
I like grew up on it.
Yeah, no, incredible. One of the guys who directed a lot of the episodes of Gravity Falls, or was a writer, I can't remember exactly his role. Mitchells vs. Machines is his project. It's also
which
the
one?
It's also the Spider-Verse guys.
Oh, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. That's what I was about to ask. Is it Phil Lord and Chris
Yes.
Miller?
Now,
'Cause they're
Mitchells
awesome.
versus the Machines is the movie that is the most filled with just soul this year. Is it a perfect movie? No, of course not. It's got jokes that don't land. It's got, it's a bit awkward at times. That only makes it a better movie. The fact that it's just so unabashedly itself, that it's just full of so much life, and just, you can tell that is someone's project. This isn't a corporate Disney just punch it out, which animated movies, 3 corporate Disney punch outs are on the list. All right. 2 of them that were very much corporate Disney punch outs, and Kanto's a little better than those. I will say Mitchells vs. Machines is just, once again, it's the most full of creativity and full of just life. And I believe it is an absolutely incredible movie by people who love making movies. And it is the only movie on that list that I've seen. I've seen a lot of the animated features this year. It is the only movie on that list that I've seen that felt like it was made by people. And it should absolutely win. Beautiful story. Whether it's a plot that's not, the plot's not invented. Like, it's not something new and incredible. But that movie is so just well made to the point where it's someone's baby. You can tell that movie was someone's baby. And that's why it should win. And 100% I believe it should. I love independent. It's Sony, but that's a little more independent than Disney. Non-Disney animation has been getting fucked over for years. Klaus should have won a couple of years ago.
Oh, it should have. It should have.
But now it's time to right that wrong and give Mitchell's versus the Machines the gold.
No, your review has made me decide that I will watch it because I've only watched Encanto.
I definitely see what you mean when you're like, because there's some movies that just feel like soulless or lifeless. Like you just had a computer analyze all the Disney films ever made and like, all right, make something. And then it's like a supercomputer just like spits something out. Like there's no passion. Like it's just, it's just hollow. Like it just doesn't feel real when you're watching. It just feels like I don't know. So I know what you mean. That being said, I did not watch Mitchell and the Machines.
Definitely watch.
No one but no one.
It's so endearing. It's so endearing.
I was going to, but then like I didn't. And I've seen Encanto and Luca. Encanto was underwhelming. But for that like exact reason is I was just like, this just sounds like it just looks and sounds like it's just the same as all the other Pixar films. At this point, I feel like they're just going to be picking cultures and kind of sticking similar stories into them. And like I didn't like the ending. It would have been cool if like they didn't have their powers and they did something cool with that.
That's what I thought.
It's like, well, then what's the message here? I don't know. Luca was cute. That's really it.
Luca felt like the most corporate animation movie of the last year. That's why I'm not.
Because it's made by the mafia.
I do.
I know you're Italian, Joe, but I feel like Italian people are getting offended.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's really bad.
He left. Okay,
he left.
Perfect. Now the podcast everybody wants to see.
Oh god damn it.
Guys, what happened? Guys, was I here the entire time?
No, you left.
You left.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I would laugh so hard I dropped the thing I was holding in my hand and it hit a button on my keyboard. And then
I just thought that like
flashed black. And then it was just like this box that said, "This meeting is being recorded. Join now or leave." And I was like, join now. And then I was here and I was like, what
That is like a Paul Thomas Anderson ending.
Yeah,
that's
literally.
the Italian. That's the real Italians. They're angry at your impression.
Exactly.
It's like how Marvel was after Jamie on that one episode.
I thought they just took you out.
Best Actress. The nominees: Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer. I'm going to hit this one off. Kristen Stewart is someone who I never thought I would argue for an Oscar.
She's a good actress.
Holy fucking shit, has she come such a long way in recent years. And Spencer was my second best movie of the year. I loved it so much. It was also very artsy, which I really, really enjoyed. And it was just like, it's a movie that the plot is looser than I like plots to be in a movie. I will admit that to start, but the performances are so captivating. The directing is so bold and ambitious in some shots. It's just so well done. And it makes like this boring subject of 3 days with the royal family over Christmas seem captivating. And she embodies Princess Diana so well from what I know about Princess Diana. And it was just like, it was mesmerizing to watch. It was entertaining. You were pulled into this world, which is what a movie should do. It was art and it was beautiful. And she was so great. And I really want her to win because she was honestly best performance I saw this year. Yeah, Dune's my number one movie, but best performance I saw this year was her. And I think she should win. And I really, really, really hope she wins. I think they might not give it to her, though, a little bit inside. And that makes me very, very sad. But I really, really want her to win. And I really think she deserves it.
Yeah, completely agree. Kristen Stewart should absolutely win that.
I think that's it. That's all.
21st Century Cinema is now a
Kristen Stewart fan
podcast. Kristen Stewart Stan podcast.
will be for the next month. Come back in our next episode when we will either be very happy about Kristen Stewart winning an Oscar, or we will be very mad and angry about Kristen Stewart not winning an Oscar.
I do have a question. Is there anyone nominated there who's owed an Oscar? Because they're going to win it.
Penelope Cruz is someone who I never thought I would see nominated for an Oscar.
Parallel Mothers again.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It's going to be Chastain or Stewart.
Yeah, I hope it's Kristen Stewart. I desperately hope it's Kristen
I
Stewart.
hope so too.
I will actually, Joe, just a quick counter. I know we can't spend too much time. Kristen Stewart's always been good. She just didn't give a shit about Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
But she's always been a great actor.
Same with Pattinson.
Go look at some of her indie and foreign films. Incredible actress.
Yeah.
Best actor.
Wow.
Javier Bardem, being the Ricardos. Benedict Cumberbatch, The Power of the Dog. Andrew Garfield, Tick, Tick, Boom. Will Smith, King Richard. And Denzel Washington, The Tragedy of Macbeth.
The winner, I believe, will be Denzel.
I think so too.
I don't think so. Denzel's won his fair share of Oscars.
But
He has, but he's still owed one for Fences. He's still owed one for Fences. And in my opinion, Andrew Garfield should absolutely, nobody else should even be in the same league as Andrew Garfield for this one.
He was so good.
He just is Jonathan Larson in that movie. This is circling back to it. He just is, like, if you watch, they show a bunch of footage of Jonathan Larson.
Yeah, no, I agree. He embodies him so well.
Absolutely. The thing Andrew Garfield is the single best at in Hollywood right now is movement. And he's so good at studying movement and doing it. And that's why, once again, I still maintain he's the best Spider-Man in the spider suit. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man, but because he, for months, he was studying how spiders move so he could recreate it while on the set. Anyway, Andrew Garfield is the best person at movement in movies in Hollywood today. And that's it. I think he should win it. Denzel will win it.
Yep. I thought he was great. I thought he embodied him completely. It was like, I forgot I was watching Garfield at some points. Like, it was so good.
The cat.
I loved it.
I can't when people just refer to him as Garfield because I just think of the cat. I think Denzel Washington will win. I kind of want Benedict Cumberbatch to win, but I don't really feel like all that
I would be
strong
okay
about
if he
it.
won too.
I'm pretty indifferent, and I already said earlier, I did not like Andrew Garfield, and I really can't give any justification for it except for the fact I just didn't like it. I was like, no, I was like, oh, this, I guess. Like, I was just like watching it. I wasn't absorbed. I wasn't taken aback by it. I was just like, oh yeah.
That's fair.
All right. The category that makes me the angriest. The nominees for Best Director are Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Ryusuke Hamakachi, Drive My Car, Steven Spielberg, West Side Story.
Ryusuke Hamaguchi.
Do you want me to start this, or do you want me to end this?
You should end it. But I mean, how did Steven Spielberg get nominated?
That's my thing.
Story?
That's my
I
thing.
haven't seen the new version.
We'll get into that. After
you go first, Ava.
Okay. I think PTA should win, or Jane Campion, and the biggest snub by the entire Oscars snubbed The Last Duel. Like it's.
No, whoa. The last one. Denis Villeneuve was snubbed. How is he not nominated for Dune? How the fuck is he not nominated?
That's a good point.
They can both be snubs.
They're both snubs.
But Denis is the bigger snub than Ridley Scott.
Okay, I thought it was my turn to talk. Damn.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna bring a virtual talking stick next.
Actually, wait. I changed my mind. I would want Belfast to win. Because, like, the directing in that movie, it's like, in all, like, when you look at what makes a good movie, critically, it checks off all those boxes, but it still feels like an organic, interesting, kind of unique experience. So it's somehow, like, technically perfect, but also genuine. But honestly, I would be okay with anyone winning except West Side Story. I would be happy if anyone won. I did not see Drive My Car, but I bet it's good. Like, no hate against something I've never seen, but
usually for non-English movies to be nominated for Best Picture, they usually have to be pretty damn good. They shouldn't have to be as good as they are. You know what I mean? There's some lower tier non-English language movies that should absolutely get nominated for Best Picture every year. But they usually the one that gets put there is an incredible movie.
So I think it's pretty good. So I'm happy as long as West Side Story doesn't win, which I'm pretty sure they're not going to. But now that I've said that, it might win. I'm pretty sure PTA is gonna win. I'm like next to certain.
I think Campion's gonna win with everything that happened with Campion this year. In fact, that she's owed an Oscar. I think Campion's gonna win.
I think so too.
That might be true, actually.
I think Campion's gonna.
And you know what? If
Campion's I think it's deserved too.
Campion's gonna win. Yeah, it is deserved.
It is
a great
deserved.
director. And you know what? I think overall, though, for the movies this year, Dune was better directed, and I think Denis deserves it more than her. And if we were just going off of this year, but you know what? If Campion's gonna get it, Campion's gonna get it. I'm happy for her, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I accept that. But the fact that you didn't even fucking nominate the best fucking director of the year, what the actual flying fuck? But fucking Paul Thomas Anderson is on there for his fucking creative shit. Pizza.
I think you're jealous. You're jealous of Pete
Spielberg. No.
It like
Steven Spielberg. He remade a shitty dance movie.
Wait.
And he didn't make it good.
Wait, did you?
He didn't make it good. If you look at the trailer, there's nothing interesting about that movie or the shots in it at all.
To be fair,
at least if I watch the trailer for Licorice Pizza, there's a few nice shots in there. Fuck, you know, West Side Story remake. It should not be nominated. We should not be nominating Steven Spielberg just because he's Steven fucking Spielberg.
Wait.
Earn it where Denis Villeneuve earned it, and he should be fucking nominated.
I don't know if you misspoke or you actually think this.
Yeah.
Do you think the original West Side is like garbage? Because you said
Joe.
Shitty dance movie. Do you hate?
You said
the
they
original?
remade a shitty dance movie.
I mean, they remade a movie into. But it's West Side Story.
But I don't like West Side Story. I don't like West Side Story. I don't like Dirty Dancing. I don't like Footloose.
I don't like Dirty Dancing or Footloose. And I don't like Footloose.
But West Side Story is much different.
I know it's much different, but I don't know.
It's Romeo and Juliet, Joe. Do you not like
Exactly.
Romeo and Juliet?
I hate Romeo and Juliet.
Why do you hate Romeo and Juliet?
I hate Romeo and Juliet too.
Why do you guys hate Romeo and Juliet?
Because they made us read it in grade 9.
Okay,
I think it's like an internalized thing. And every Ontario kid hates Romeo and Juliet.
It's not.
Joe hates love.
It's not a good love story. It's not.
It was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be a good love story.
It's supposed to be a tragedy. The tragedy is that it exists.
No, it's about it's about two kids who get caught up in their own world and go too far. Joe, that's what it's about. Have you ever been a kid caught up in your own world, going too far?
Over the top.
It's for you. It's Shakespeare. Of course, it's over the top.
I hate
anyway, we don't need to debate Shakespeare on this podcast. Absolutely, I completely agree. Anyway, let's get back to the movies.
I'm done. I'm fucking so mad about director.
No, we still got Best Picture to do.
I know. I'm just saying I'm done on my director points. Okay.
I know. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think Jane Campion's gonna win.
Why are there 10 fucking Best Picture nominations? We don't fucking need that.
There always is.
I know. But I need to bring it up. It should be back down to 7. Okay. It's too many. It's too
11, and The Last Duel should be there.
For fuck's sake, Saber.
Like, come on, man.
Oh no,
I'm
12.
Gonna
12.
I'm gonna write an
should also be.
Oh yeah, it should be 12. I'm gonna write an.
The nominees for Best Picture are Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. West Side Story should not be there. Licorice Pizza should not be there, in my own opinion, but I understand why it's there. But why the fuck is Don't Look Up there?
I was about to say, like, what is Don't Look Up doing there?
Such a movie at best.
If Don't Look Up wins a single Oscar, I will be so pissed off. I will like not sleep for a week straight. I will just.
It's gonna win Best Original Screenplay.
It better not.
You know it's a bad movie where DiCaprio is the lead actor, and nobody is saying this year DiCaprio is snubbed for an Oscar. That's how you know it's a bad movie.
Literally, if I had to describe the movie in one word, it's just cringe.
This is like when the Golden
it's just cringe.
Nominated The Tourist.
Cringe. Like, what is it? How did they make it here? How did we get here? What happened? What is it doing here?
Neoliberalism, but anyway, that's a whole different discussion.
But like,
there better be
who watched
so
that and was like, "Oh yeah, that was
Oscars.
A great movie." Like, it didn't have anything going for it. It didn't have anything. It didn't have like, even if you're like, "Oh man, that's deep," in like a neoliberalism way, like as a movie from a technical standpoint or like emotional, it didn't have anything. Like,
what also sucks is that it's Adam McKay, who I really enjoy. Okay, I thought Vice and The Big Short were both fantastic movies. But
They
also,
were.
it's such a loaded cast.
It
Meryl
is
Streep,
funny.
Jonah Hill, Leo, Jennifer Lawrence. Like, what the fuck, guys?
I gotta be honest.
Chalamet.
I gotta be honest, Joe. You just listed like the loaded cast. I was like, it is a loaded cast. And I was like, I don't like many actors in this cast. so that's another reason why I don't like it.
But God, I don't understand why that movie's up there nominated. Yeah, I think I've already said I think it should be Dune. Also, Nightmare Alley, Guillermo del Toro. I haven't seen it, but I'm a little bit iffy on it because it's like not nominated for anything fucking else. But it's nominated for Best Picture. Like,
yeah, that's strange.
I feel like it's just there because it's del Toro, and Bradley Cooper produced it.
But he would have been nominated for Best Director. So
I don't know if he directed it. Did he direct it?
Oh, maybe not. Well, he's listed for the Best Picture.
Yeah, but those are Best Picture are producers who get listed. Directors.
Oh,
Directors
yeah,
usually are producing as well, but just
He might
because
have just
Del
produced it
Toro's
then, yeah.
listed doesn't mean that he directed it.
Maybe it could just be the name. They've been trying to convince people that Shape of Water's should have won since it won.
It shouldn't have. 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Okay, I mean, we yelled about
I'm
that back.
still
when-
mad
Dude,
about
we have yelled about this.
Joe has yelled about this
Yes.
many a times.
Yes, he has.
And you know what? Why do I love the Oscars every year and insist on watching it? Where I'm realizing now it literally aggravates me and
yeah, the
drives me
Oscars are
insane.
bad.
Girl, let's
The
just do
Oscars
our
are
own
bad.
Oscars, you know?
We should.
Yeah,
we should.
We'll
should
just
do
nominate
it.
our own movies and everything.
We
But
should
also,
do
Joe should have
a
no
21st
input on the
century.
winners. But
No.
also, that would defeat the purpose of it, wouldn't it?
No, he can nominate movies.
He can nominate.
We could just
Wait,
shoot him
what if
down.
all of us nominated movies and got people to vote on them, and we could just use that to like show that Joe's opinions no one agrees.
That's fair.
Fine.
I think
Next
that's the
year, we will have an open ballot for
We
the
can do it this
nominations.
year.
You want to do it? You want? Do you don't think I do enough?
No, we can do it We can do it like in a couple days or something on the Instagram. Do like the poll options.
I don't know how many people have actually seen all these movies
I
though
don't-
that we have on.
That's another thing.
Instagram.
No, but we can each nominate one movie or like one thing
Fair enough.
per.
Okay,
Anyways,
it's not bad. Not a bad
anyways.
idea.
Back to the
Yes, Joe
The
has
nominations.
expressed his opinion.
Joe likes Dune and hates everything else with a burning passion because they're not
You know what?
Dune.
I do not hate everything else with the burning passion.
You hate like
okay?
3-4 other movies with a burning passion minimum, right? Don't Look Up, Licorice Pizza, West Side Story, and probably another one. You just went on a rant about Nightmare Alley for whatever reason.
No, I was just saying I think it's weird that it's nominated.
Yeah.
No, but
I
The
agree
Power
with
of
you.
the Dog, I would also be okay if Power of the Dog won. Once again, it's a very good movie. I just think Dune is better. That's all. But if Power of the Dog wins a bunch of awards and Campion wins awards, I won't be mad. I will just be like,
Power of the Dog is absolutely winning it. It's going to be the Oscar heavyweight this year. It's 100% in. I'm like, if I had to bet on all of these, I would put the most money on Power of the Dog winning Best Picture. I think it's pretty. Once again, I enjoyed Dune the most this year. I really enjoyed Power of the Dog as well, or not enjoyed. It's a weird movie to say you enjoy. I liked it, but I really enjoy. Like, I think Dune is the movie that I liked the most this year. But I think Power of the Dog is going to win, and I can't see. I don't see what else would take it. Don't Look Up. No, they're usually pretty good about not making an absolute stinker win, other than like
when Moonlight
Shakespeare
beat
in
La La
Love.
Land.
Moonlight
Shake-
does
yeah, but
Shakespeare in Love.
Wait,
is so bad. No, you're right. You're right. The worst one is Shakespeare in Love.
That's
Yeah.
that's the one.
Of course.
That is Shape of Water beating out 3 Billboards and
No, there's
Moonlight
been
beating out La La Land are still things that I know to others it's not, but in my heart that still hurts and it's
don't get me wrong. Like, there were better movies. Like, obviously, the best movie has not won the Oscar every year. Don't get me wrong. But Shape of Water was still a decent movie.
No,
Moonlight was still a
God,
decent
no, I
movie.
think it was awful. I think both of them were awful.
I think Belfast is also a strong contender, but I do think Power of the Dog is going to win.
Here's the thing, though, Noah. You know,
Yeah.
like, and I'm gonna bring this up, and dude, I'm not bringing this up though for the reason why you think I'm bringing this up, but I'm gonna bring up La La Land one more time.
Oh my
just
God.
to say
No, go for
that
it.
no, it was La La Land, and I will admit it was Oscar bait. Like, it was pertaining to the Oscars. It was something that they would absolutely love and go crazy for, and it didn't win. So that
No,
like,
that's fair.
Power of the Dog could not win. Also based upon that, like,
There-
you could be shocked.
But Power of the Dog is
Oscar
actually
bait-
good.
It is. Fuck off. La La Land is fucking amazing.
they're Oscar bait in different ways. Once again, I think when it comes to the Oscars, being a musical really works against you as much as that hurts me. So I think like La La Land didn't win for a couple of those things. Power of the Dog is Oscar bait in much different ways, and I think Power of the Dog is going to win in the same way that like Spotlight won, in that same sort of category of Oscar bait. And I think it's the shoe-in.
You know, it's a musical that won Best Picture that really deserved it, and I'm happy that it won still to this day.
What?
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
So good, so good.
I mean, yeah, the Power of the Dog is probably going to win. I will be happy if Belfast, Dune, Power of the Dog, or Licorice Pizza win.
I'd be happy with any of those except Licorice Pizza.
I'll be impartial with most, but if Don't Look Up wins, I'm literally like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something.
And West Side Story. If West Side Story wins, fuck.
I was getting there. I was about to say I would be upset if West Side Story won, but like I'd be furious if Don't Look Up won. I would have to intervene at that point, you know?
Just be like, no, go on stage. No, I'd have go to sit down, Adam McKay. Go sit down.
So those are our thoughts on the Oscars. Season 4 is off to a smashing chaotic start, obviously. We'll be back next month, the week after the Oscars happen, to talk about them, to break it down, to see if we're happy or if we're even more mad than we are right now. We're probably going to be more mad.
We're not going to be happy.
That'll be our March episode. And then after that, in April, me and Noah are going to be doing a 2-on-2 with some special guests of another podcast that I was recently on, which we'll get to when we plug things. And then, I don't know what's going to happen in May. We'll have to see what happens, what comes at us. But somewhere this year, we're going to have a lull. And when we find that lull is when we're going to watch our old student films and have that special episode.
May. Please.
Thank you guys always for listening. Noah, Ava, you guys want to tell everyone what you got going on?
Yeah, you guys can find me as the usual places on Twitter, ShepardNoah14, although it's basically become a work Twitter and where I like passive-aggressive Montreal Canadiens tweets. You can also find me on Instagram at Shepwrecked, like Shipwrecked, but with my last name instead. And, of course, you can also listen to me on weekday afternoons, except for Mondays. You can hear me on weekday afternoons at 590 VOCM, which barely any of you will get that because that's only the AM signal for the local area. So you can catch the live feed on VOCM.com and hear me do my news thing.
He's a very good news reporter.
Thank you, Joseph.
You're welcome. I miss doing the news with you every other week. Good times. Ava, what's going on in your life?
Still a math major, so
you have no life.
Yeah, I'm on the radio, 933 FM on midnights on Mondays, and
that's the thing. You're on the radio at fucking midnight.
Well, yeah, but you can listen to it anytime, and it's like a show. The idea is, I take two musical artists that are like polar opposites and connect them to like show how the music industry is connected, and I like do a lot of talking, and they're all recorded on cfmu.ca. Tune Lovebot is the name of the show.
Me and Katie were actually like up one night. I forget why we were up one night on a Monday, and I didn't have to work the next day, but we did listen to a little bit. Like it was playing up here in our room.
Sounds great.
It is something you'd really dig, Noah. It really is.
Sick. I'll check it out.
Music. And that's really it, I think.
Oh, I actually have something else to plug. My directing class is doing we're all directing theater directing. We're all doing our own little scenes. So 10-minute scenes. I'm doing the first scene from the Death and the Maiden. And so we're casting those in a couple days, but you guys can come out and see that. That'll be later in the year, towards the end of term. So if you're in the St. John's area around that time, I think it's late April, please come out and watch. We would love to see you there. Or if this goes up quick enough and you are interested in auditioning, please do. We would love to have you, and it's all a great group of people you get to work with, and all the up-and-comers of the Newfoundland theater arts scene, and there's a lot of great and talented people there. So please come check it out or participate.
For me, I'm still on Instagram at the one and only JDV with underscores in between each word. I'm still working over at Capcam. We're doing a lot of exciting things. We're expanding a lot on our website and social side of things.
You got great sweaters.
Yes, thank you. You enjoy.
Oh my God, the quarter zip is so comfy.
I'm so
glad I wear it like every day after work. I'm wearing a long sleeve today. It's the only reason I'm not wearing it for the podcast.
And finally, I was recently on another podcast that has an episode coming out soon. We actually did shout outs with this podcast a few months ago. One of my coworkers, Rob, he has a podcast called How to Survive the Modern World, or Gen X is Not Just a Fashion Statement. And him and his co-host, Andrew, nicely invited me on and asked me to do an episode with them. So we talked about our favorite movies and our least favorite movies of last year from 2021. And then we also, they let me talk about Watchmen for like 40 minutes.
They were just being polite.
It's great. It's awesome. I had a blast. So check that out. It probably won't be up for a little bit longer. So probably next episode when I'll plug it again and tell you to check it out then. But yeah, so I went on and did their podcast, and Rob and Andrew are going to come on and do a little thing with me and Noah, which we're going to talk about in the next few
Awesome.
weeks and figure that out for April. But yeah, so that's going to be a fun episode for all of us. Yeah. So once again, guys, thank you always for checking us out and listening to us. We've got a lot of really great big things planned for this year. We're going to launch some new merch. We've got something exciting in the pipeline, as I teased a little bit earlier. If you want to be a part of this journey with us and want to do more than just listening and following us on our socials, which, by the way, they're at 21st Century Cinema on Instagram, at TFCC Podcast on Twitter, and you can use either of those for Facebook to find the Facebook page. But you want to support us a little bit more, you can do that in one of two ways. Number one is going on to our Patreon, patreon.com/TFCC, and you can support us on Patreon there for as little as $1 a month or as much as $50 a month. You do not have to give us $50 a month. I'm just trying to give a range there. And then if you will, instead of a monthly subscription-based thing, you wanted to instead just do a one-time purchase, we have so much great merch available on our TeePublic store. We've got our logos. We've got special things made for episodes, a design that Noah submitted a while ago. And we also have the Shut Up Joe merch, which is still the best-selling merch to date. It still sells for some reason, and people absolutely love it. And
it's incredible.
People wear it still, and it haunts me to this day, but it's a pretty great piece of merch. So go buy yourself something if you wanted to say Shut Up Joe, or maybe you did in your car while you were listening to this episode.
Most likely.
And if you forgot about any of the things we've mentioned but want to still check them out, Noah, where can they find these things?
Hyperlinked in the description.
It's
below.
Hyperlinked in the description.
You
right
know Joe
below.
loves his hyperlinks.
Or if you're on Spotify, it's in the description, guys. Click on the episode wherever you're listening. It's in the description right there. Click on your hyperlinks and go have fun. Soar to your heart's content. The world is your oyster. It's your world, and we're just trying to live in it. Also, this podcast is available as a video version over on YouTube, hyperlinked below, description of our bio on Instagram. Or if you're watching the video version, there's an audio version. Pick up where you left off if you can't watch all hour and a half of this.
Well,
Thank you.
But this is at the end, so
That's so true.
So they haven't finished it. They don't know that.
To go, but you really don't want to miss the invigorating 90 seconds left in this episode. Please pick it up as you go right now. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you all once again so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next month after the Academy Awards. Goodbye.